It's
Shit, so
showtime. Oh, money, baby. Money, money, money. And now, the main attraction.
I tell ya, I've been hurt before. With a pain over here, I don't know. I remember being broke, I stole. Now I got everything that I wanted, but it's not the money, cars, and clothes. I'm just trying to do it for the fam. And the bro posted up at Stoves when they had a feeling.
All right, so we're gonna make a mock draft. First, obviously, we gotta simulate the lottery. So go ahead and do that. I want to do a mock draft before and after the tournament. Kind of see like what would move if things happen. And you see this, Jesus, basically a #1 pick. Dallas jumps up again. They jump up 4 spots to get the 2nd pick. That's crazy. And then you got Washington, falling down a spot, but still top 3 pick. That's good for them. Then Chicago jumping up, Brooklyn falling down, sucks for them. A lot of teams falling down, like Milwaukee falls down, that sucks, obviously. But yeah, we'll go ahead and use this one. We'll do it for full first round. I like the ESPN one. ESPN like draft board. It's really bad. It's really outdated. I don't think I've updated it. So we'll go ahead and do Fanspo. This one seems a lot better. Yeah, this one seems a lot better. #1 pick. I think they draft AJ DeBaze as #1. That's how I'm thinking like. And I think the Mavericks is easy. You go ahead and draft Darren Peterson. I think him and Cooper Flag would fit good together. This one's tough for the Wizards, right? Because you just got AD for like. First off, I don't know why they got AD this early. They could have waited, honestly. So you have AD, right? Who's always injured, and you have Alex Sarr. There's like 2 guys. You're like, okay, cool. 2 big guys, but I think but I guess you draft a point guard. Yeah, I think you draft Kingston Fleming. Which sucks because like Cameron Boozer and Kate Wilson are really good. And I think if the Bulls, you just draft Cameron Boozer because his dad played there, and you don't have a power forward. You haven't had a power forward since his dad played there, so you'll get him. And if you're the Nets, if you follow Caleb Wilson in the other 5th pick, I think you're really happy about that because you need everything. This team isn't. You can say what you want. Caleb Wilson would be great for them. And if you're the Kings, I think you draft Darius and say we're getting a guy that could be a really good point guard in this league. Like he's on the upper echelon, like kind of like that Kyrie below that. And if you're Jazz, it says severe point guard, but you have a guy now. You have Keontae George is really good. Do you have a backup point guard? No, but like I don't know if you want that problem with that, like having 2 really good point guards. Like, dude, look at this. Like, they have good depth. I think they have Walker Kessler. They have a lot of good guys, bro. I think a shooting guard would probably fit them better, though. Yeah, that makes more sense. So, yeah, Keaton would probably fit here for them. I don't see too many picks getting traded in this draft. And then when you look at like the Hawks, like it says they're severe for a center. I do think they need a center. I think they can fix that in free agency. But when you look at like their point guard, it's like, dude, like who's your point guard? Like you have Dash Daniels. I don't think he's a point guard. He's like a shooting guard, small forward. And they have like Jaden Daniels as a small forward. He's a power forward with Kuminga. I think you get a point guard. I think you gotta get Mikael Brown Jr. And because he's big, right? He's a big point guard. He can pass. So I think you gotta get your big point guard that you want. And then if you're the Memphis Grizzlies, this is weird because they have like for me Cedric Coward is a good small forward, but obviously they don't want to play him that way. So obviously Nate would probably be the easiest option here. I mean, he's 6'10". I think obviously that would help out. And then for the Bucks, I see a lot of people saying just take the point guard, and like he's really good. But like I think Ryan Rollins has got that pretty packed. If you're asking me, just be a personal opinion, Ryan Rollins has a point guard position packed. I think you need a small forward or something, but obviously at this point in the draft, you're kind of like limited. Do you reach here when you know you need like a player to help Giannis right now if he's staying? And do you take a guy like Pete? Like I think like before the draft, before the tournament, like stuff like this, like you're like the team like the Bucks in like this weird spot. It kind of sucks, right? He's small forward. I mean, Ousmane Dieng's pretty good. He's pretty good. I think he'd be like a good rotation or starter. But for the Bucks, I think you kind of reach. Honestly, I think you give somebody like Lopez. Like he can like he gets compared to like Franz Wagner. I think he's good. I think it's a good reach for them. And then if you're the Trailblazers, the last thing you need is another point guard on this team. Another point guard. Dude, you need somebody, yeah, small forward. I think Yexel, like, honestly, I think there's a toss-up between these two. The way this team goes, I think they're going to pick this guy. I think they're going to pick Hans, especially because he's from Washington, so it's kind of close. Like, I don't know if he's from Washington, but it's kind of that area. And then the Warriors get the 12th pick, right? They don't make the play. This is like if they don't make the play in and stuff like that, right? Which they're at right now. I don't know what you do. I think you just get a center. But they suck at picking anything. They're kind of like they need to be younger, but they also need to like play good. I think getting a backup point guard would be huge for them. Getting a point guard for the future, they can learn from Steph. I think this would be huge for them. And then for the Hornets are in a weird spot because they're actually really like good now. They have like a really good lineup, so I think you kind of just like they have Conkanipple at the. This isn't really right. Like Conkanipple's like the 2. Brandon Miller and him are like kind of the 2. They get like a bigger power forward, right? So I think you go ahead. You just get a good guy out of Michigan, a good senior, somebody a little bit more mature, can shoot the ball. And OKC, I don't know what OKC does. I don't know what their idea is. I think hold on, that's a lie. I think they get a center because they need a center. I just think you just draft a good young center. But then you have the next pick. That's why I'm like, I don't know what you do. Jalen Williams has been hurt a lot, so I think you try to get like a backup for him, like a good young player. So I think Pete would like probably fit in right here. Pete, I think he'd fit right there with what they're trying to do. And Spurs, this is a good pick for the Spurs. I mean, they want guys that can play hard, somebody that can play with Miyama. But you already have a point guard of the future. You already have Castle. You already have all these guards. I think you're trying to look for a power forward for him. Is Jaden? He's I guess more of a center. So I think you get somebody a little bit of touch. I think you get Thomas. I think Thomas with like, because like you're like whatever liability he has, Miyama can make up for it. You know what I'm saying? And then if you're the Heat, do you go ahead and get the second Bam Adebayo? I mean, that, couldn't be too bad. I don't think so. I think if you're Miami, I think you might reach a little bit. Actually, no, I would say that. I think you get Cameron. I think Cameron would fit pretty good with them. I think, obviously back up for Tyler Hero and stuff like that. I mean, you have Tyler Hero. You have a good team. You have people that's going to play hard. And then him playing for Baylor, they do play hard. If you're Memphis, you want a different type of center. So I think obviously this is where Jaden goes. I think you want a different type of center. Zach Edey's hurt a lot. And the Hornets, I don't think they double down on white shooting guards. I don't think they double down on white shooting guards, but I think you get a backup, like a guy like this, Benson. I think for the future, you can pass the ball, but you can also score. So especially if you want to trade LaMelo, And then for the Raptors, you need a shooting guard. You need a shooting guard bad. I know it's cool. I think maybe Braden here. No, I think they want like a guy that can shoot. So I'm gonna go with. And then we have like 3-point shooters. So I'm gonna go with this guy right here. I'm gonna go with Marion. I'm sorry, disrespectful. Braylon. Sorry, Jesus. And then for the Nuggets, yeah, I think it's point guard. I don't know who their backup point guard is. I think he's finally say hey, we're gonna back up point guard. I think he could convert to a backup point guard. Yeah, I think he's kind of a point guard ish. He could convert to guard, kind of like Castle a little bit, but not with the defense. If you're the Hawks, you're just we already took a point guard. We'll probably go ahead and get a center. So I think actually, you know what? I think they'll take a small forward kind of combo guy, like a stronger guy. And the Pistons, I think backup point guard is pretty big. So I think Christian Anderson just comes right off the board here for them. He's really good, I think. And then Sixers center. I think center. I don't even know if this is even a debate. I think they pick center. And then Lakers. I don't know if the Lakers keep this pick. I don't know who they traded for, who they traded to or for, but I think, if you're Lakers, I think you look for a small forward, power forward-ish. Obviously center. Look how old this is. I have the Dwight Howard on the roster. That's crazy. But I think small forward-ish. I think big guy. Especially if you're not going to keep LeBron, I think a big guy would really help. Big defender. The Knicks, if you're the Knicks, I think you might pick a center. I don't know. Knicks make weird rookie picks sometimes, so I'm going to go ahead. So they get a center, a big guy. The Celtics, this is a deep draft. I still think there's a lot of good players right here. But I think they need a center, but I think they also need a shooting guard. More guard, a couple more guards. A point guard would be good for them. The bigger point guard. So I'm gonna go Thomas for them. I'm the 28th pick. The Timberwolves need whatever, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. Point guard. I think they need a point guard. I think they need a backup shooting guard, backup small forward, backup power forward. Who would they pick though? I don't know. They don't make a lot of weird picks. I think you get a guy that can play though. Michigan. Yeah. I think you just get a guy that that can play in a good system. They're more of a traditional team too. And the Cavs. The Cavs go a little bit down a little bit. I think the Cavs, dude, I feel like our team's sad, dude. The Cavs seem like the team's sad. I think you go a little bit down. Yeah, I think a guy like Dash Daniels, just because they're we don't really need too much right now. And the Mavericks, you're who can we pair with Cooper Flag? We already got Darren Peterson. We don't need another guard. We need small forward. Jefferson, I don't like that. We don't have enough centers. JT Toppin, yes. JT Toppin would be, I wouldn't say perfect, but he's the guy that they would pick, especially he's from Texas. But yeah, this is our first round mock draft. Sorry, let's go ahead. Put this in the screen. Okay, this is our mock draft. But number one would be AJ. JT Toppin, he might go. I think JT Toppin might go a little further, higher than that, just because. But I think if we're going off of team needs, I don't know what teams are thinking. Right, some teams are different. Some teams are drafting for need, some are drafting for future. I think the Bucks. I think for the Bucks, it's kind of they might get a higher pick just because of the way that I think a lot of this is going to change. We'll do one, after the tournament just based off of play, and then another one after the season. No, actually, we'll do it after the draft lottery because I think that will determine a lot of things, especially that I say for me as a Bucks fan, for Giannis, if you're like, I'm staying or leaving, depends on how this draft lottery goes, and who we might draft. Like, who could we draft? And that's why I think the tournament plays a big part for that. So, yeah, I mean, you know, this is the first one. I'll probably do a couple more later. So yeah, see you guys in the next one.